All right, this John tried to steal this credit for this story from Blackjack and Hookers. So let's let
DJ and H.
John do the intro,
Oh, sure. Okay.
and then we can
Uh,
get to it.
no, we can't.
Let's get to
I'm
it.
cutting you off. Stop it.
Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
We're gonna talk about.
Let's get. Okay, sorry.
You can't help it. It's like a tick for you. We're going to talk about something.
Oh, God.
It's very.
Is that what you
important.
say? Is that what you say to Amy? By the way,
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. Oh my God, it's true. I can see it now. Get it out. Get it,
It
out.
That's why
wasn't,
it
but
sounds so natural to
I
you.
hadn't, but I will now.
Oh God.
Amy, if you're watching, I'm so sorry. I
So
did not
sorry.
mean to.
Wow.
Did not mean to
Okay,
suggest
please let me just get our viewers into the show, you guys. We're talking about AI guessing passwords, total BS. It's clickbait, it's funny, and then we're gonna talk about some other fun things on the show. Yes.
Let's get to it.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't tell my story. So before, at the end of recording just now, I was about to tell a story. I'm going to tell it now anyway. Mike can conclude.
okay, go on.
I was going to talk about the fact I've got a new computer, right? It's a nice 4070 gaming PC with RGB and everything. And I bought myself a, well, it came with a 1 terabyte SSD, an M.2 SSD, which are just phenomenal things. Because we were talking about nostalgia, right? Which is not what it used to be. That's the other joke I didn't get in there. Yeah, I remember.
Oh, I
getting
didn't actually get it until now.
Oh, well done.
Right.
Nostalgia's not what it used
Yeah.
to be.
So
Yeah.
like
John
deja
not
vu all over
only
again.
is not living in the future, isn't even living in the present.
No.
We
Wow.
were talking about how old things like Mike, and I remember getting like I don't know, 100 gigabyte hard drive, an 80 gigabyte hard drive, and being very excited about it. And this came with a 1 terabyte SSD, which is just not enough these days. And with games being like 120 gig to download for a single game.
Yeah.
So I bought myself a 4 terabyte SSD. And installed it.
SSD. Oh my God, Peter.
Well, an M.2 thingy.
4
That's an
terabyte
SSD.
M2.
Yeah. Is that big
spender.
or?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
it's like
huge.
It's like I don't know, 150 quid or something. It's not a good one. It'll probably wear out soon, but it's enough to
Sure.
store games on.
Okay.
And it just blew my mind. Like I've been putting as much stuff as I can on it, and it just won't fill up. It's brilliant. I love it.
Yeah.
New computers are great, is the moral of that story. Anyway, today's story is to get into it.
Did
What,
we even
what
do
should we
it?
do, Mike?
Oh, did I? We should. You're trying to goad me into an intro, and we're still doing the episode.
Sorry. Right.
Intros are intros,
AI.
Peter.
This is John's story.
Yeah, okay. So
yeah.
here it is. All right. The truth we're very honest on this show. We say it how it is. And the truth is I submitted this article, I think, and I didn't read it. I saw the title and I was
Incidentally,
like,
you didn't. Well, you did, but you submitted it 6 days after it had already been submitted on Discord.
So
and I think
we're
it might
honest on this
actually have
show.
been Hookers and Beer who did it.
Blackjack.
Blackjack and Hookers.
So okay, so it's there. But anyway, but I could already assume what had happened, and I told Mike and Peter this before we started recording today. I was like, I didn't read it. This is definitely what happened. I'm sure of it. So what happened was this clickbait article by The Guardian. Blah, AI can identify passwords by sounds of keys being pressed.
Hang on, what was that noise about? You don't like The Guardian?
It was Blackjack and Hookers, by the way.
Okay,
Really
thank
bringing
you,
it this
Blackjack
week.
and Hookers. And
Yeah.
why? Just
Thanks.
for everyone who's out of context, that's a Discord user. Okay, that's their username is Blackjack and Hookers. So shout out to BJ and H.
It's
Anyway,
almost better.
back to the
BJ
BJ and H is kind of good. Yeah. Okay, so the Guardian said that AI can identify passwords by the sound of the keys being pressed, or they can like assemble the password by the sound. And with a more than 90% accuracy. And the way they make it sound is like if I have a microphone that's recording me typing on my keyboard, that the AI can just magically figure out what each key is that I'm pressing, which is wrong. That is not what's happening. Okay. The researchers recorded every single key press on the keyboard like 30 times and then trained the AI what each key is associated with. So F is this sound, E is this sound, etc., etc. And like, yeah, I'm sure that you don't even need AI to correlate this. Like, it's just so, oh, it really pisses me off when they do this, because like you have to, and that's not like this, these sounds are unique to every keyboard, right? Like, so if Peter trained his AI on his keyboard to recognize the keystrokes when he's typing and then tries to deploy it to me and attack me with it, that's not going to work because our keys sound different.
Did you guys ever listen to This Week in Tech, Leo Laporte?
No.
I feel like maybe he got canceled, but do you know what the show is, This Week in Tech? It was like, for years and years, it was like the streaming show about technology. Leo Laporte, like, they kind of almost pioneered like streaming news on the internet, one of the very early shows. And so this, I read this article, I thought, this reminds me of something. And so they talk here about how it could correctly assign a key to the sound 95% of the time over a phone call, 93% of the time over Zoom. And I went back and looked it up. Here's a study from just 18 years ago where they were able to use an algorithm to recover up to 96% of the characters entered. So it only took 18 years to come up with a system that was just a few percent less effective. Congratulations.
Like, but they're using artificial intelligence.
Oh,
so truly, it's just even better.
Instead of
it's 3%
an algorithm,
worse, but it's better. Right.
So the point of the paper is because at the bottom of the Guardian thing, it references an Arxiv article, which is a research site. If anybody isn't familiar with that, people actually post proper academic papers, and the abstract of the paper says that it points out that the difference is that it's using Zoom. So previously they could do 95% accuracy, and now they could do 93% accuracy over Zoom, and that is what the paper is all about, as far as I can tell. Obviously didn't even read that properly, just skimmed the abstract. That's the level of journalism you're getting here, guys. So
I mean, honestly, that's high level. It's better than the Guardians, clearly. Fuck.
Subscribe if you want more of. I'm sure that's the Guardian.
Okay, so
actually,
how do you fix this, right? How do you solve this problem? Like, while I'm talking, do you guys hear anything in my background? Is there anything in my background? Can you guys hear that? Yeah.
I'm not an AI, John.
Scrabbling. Yeah, yeah. Is your AI scrambler working properly?
So AI scrambler, well, no, but like, just get noise canceling software. It's free, right? Like, you're scared of this. You don't want your keystrokes to be recorded or your cat meowing for food. Like, just get noise suppression for your microphone.
What's the AI could identify your cat?
The one thing I was curious about, and probably should have done research before this. I think there's another type of attack that is done via sound, and that's a kind of frequency detection. So that when you're typing, there's a certain pattern to certain words, so it knows if you've typed a particular thing or not. It might not be as effective with passwords, but with people who have commonly used words and are typing out "Hi there, mum" or whatever as their password. That might be easy to detect it. Yeah,
you could use that for the training set. If you could use a timing attack to figure out where to map the keys based on commonly used patterns, then you have the baseline for the password detection.
Yeah, we'll probably see in the future something similar to rainbow tables for this, right? Like, where instead of it being text in the database, it's going to be sounds. And it's going to then use those sounds to correlate which like, it's going to be interesting. Well, it'll probably be I don't know, actually.
That's why when I type, I just type like this.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
And nobody can read what I'm saying, but it's secure.
Hey.
Classic security.
Actually, you're right. So the way rainbow tables work is that they create a pre-built set of hashes which are like signatures for different sequences of words. And the kind of very common use of these is that you have a hash of each combination of letters, and then you can easily look up whether a combination matches a hash, something like that. So I think when you want to see if ABC matches a password, you look it up in the table. Yeah. So you can do the same thing for with sound. Sound is just a sequence of bits. You create a hash for those sequence of bits, and then you see if there's a hash that matches that, and then you know
The
what
problem
that
with
is.
hashing though is that there's no correlation, right? So if there is like an extra sound in there that isn't typing, the hash is going to be different. That's
True,
why I said
but you'd have
mind.
fuzzy matching and anyway. But
That's true. Yeah, I mean, anyway, so
made John think. So let's move past that quickly.
It's a win.
Yeah. All right. Oh, I will say though. No, this is true. I sometimes when you hear someone type something, you can kind of guess what they're talking about, and it's to do with the cadence and the arrangement of the words and the keys that they're typing. So when you are with someone quite a lot and you know that they're doing a certain thing, you can tell what they're doing based on the kind of just the tapping.
Oh, yeah. You can tell if someone's coding versus messaging
Yes.
versus playing a video game. 100%.
Exactly. Yeah. Or fobbing their friend off, or pretending to type or something like that. We can even do, I think, even on
Doing what to
in
their
our
friend?
intro, fobbing their friend off. Sorry, is that an
Fobbing their friend
Englishism,
off.
Britishism? If you fob someone off, it's like, oh yeah, I'll see you later on, mate. Oh no, of course, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know where the
okay.
phrase comes from. Just I think Americans say blowing them off.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
that just seems rude to me.
Americans
I
love
don't.
blowing each other off.
Yeah, I said that to a friend of mine once, and he's like, "Oh, you're talking like a Yank, mate." Because he was like, "What? Oh, you've been hanging around Americans too long."
But
That's terrible.
to your point, Peter, I feel like a lot of people, including myself, we press tab. Username, tab, password.
Yeah.
There is and that's a very distinct sound. Now, I do tab a lot. I mean, I live on this key. It's probably my second or third most used key.
If you want out
next to, like,
the
enter
the
and
print on
space.
it.
Almost. No, I don't have prints. It's reverse because it's an RGB keyboard. It's actually a really nice keyboard. It's a ducky.
You fucking gamer,
I'll
Jesus.
show you guys this keyboard. It's actually super nice.
Oh, okay. All right. I take it back.
It's a Ducky 103, I think.
Oh, God. You had to fucking, I was going to say name drop, but like keyboard drop, didn't you? Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Okay,
They're
okay,
MX
okay.
Blacks, actually. They're very heavy keys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
MX Blacks. Oh, I mean,
Fucking
I'd
mechanical
go with the
keyboard
MX
guys.
Cherry, but whatever.
Bragging about their
But
switches.
imagine not playing on a mechanical keyboard. Excuse me.
Oh,
And and because they're blacks, they're very muted. So it's not like I worked with a guy who was running.
Still
is that the Logitech
Logitech
MX?
keyboard.
It's a nice keyboard.
Yeah,
Not mechanical. Kind of trash,
No.
actually. Anyway, I worked with a guy.
Mechanical
And this
keyboard sounds are the
fucking
worst.
guy had blue MX Blues. Okay, and if you know anything about keyboards, hold on. If you know anything about keyboards,
We do not.
is that MX Blues are the loudest, worst sounding keys on earth.
Yeah.
My neighbors could hear MX Blues.
Yeah.
I thought
When
that was
I
the
hit
whole point
one
of mechanical
key-
keyboards.
No, the point is for the tactile. It's supposed to like feel good to type.
It does. Those are the ones that you bring into the office when you want to piss people off.
Yeah,
It's like
literally.
of microwaving tuner.
What
to
is
bring in
wrong with you?
Yeah, it's really bad.
You could hear it from 2 stories down. I'm not kidding. They are the loudest, most obnoxious keyboards on earth, and I despise you if you have MX Blues.
Yeah.
Guess what
Not
I'm
a friend
ordering?
anymore. You know what? I bet he fucking would too.
Everybody will have to listen
You'd be
to
like, oh, I know. This feels good.
Yeah.
Can't hear anything, but this feels great.
I wouldn't do an imitation of a keyboard snob too hard there, John, because I think you might be
Why?
actually a keyboard snob. So
No. What makes you say that? Okay.
just
because
held up-
I have keyboards. Yeah. I like my keyboards.
multiple
okay?
mechanical
Also,
keyboards.
These are
it's a weird subculture.
these are Choco keycaps. So like they
so
have
you're
like a
fondling
chocolate.
it along there.
They have like a chocolate. This is my first proper mechanical ducky, and it's lasted like 6 years. But the Q key started going out. It started triple clicking, and I never like wanted to fix it. I could have, but instead I got a new keyboard.
So you put it on your display case instead and got another one.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then I also have another one. I'll stop.
All right.